At home.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So what I am doing today is I'm just going to mix you up our HybriDuo application. I have here the builder gel that I'm using, and I'm going to be using it with our acrylic polymer, and it's pink. Because if you were going to use it for a base, we also use a lot of pigments with it as well, so anything goes. I've already pre-made one, but I'm going to show you how I did this. So here goes the builder gel, and I'm just taking, you can see, like a spatula full. And I'm wiping it, and then I'm just going to add in. So now the ratio is really dependent. You could add a little bit, or you could add a lot. It all depends on what you want for your client. So I'm just going to bring it and slightly start pulling it all in. Now the one thing with the HybriDuo is that you cannot pre-mix for a long period of time, because what happens is the polymer starts to swell as it absorbs the gel. So for the day, fine, but not any farther than that. So you can see how thick I've actually made it, quite thick. And I'm just doing this so that I can show you. I don't prefer it this thick. I actually like to make it just a little bit thinner, but you can still see how much pliability there is to the gel, even though it's quite thick. So you could definitely add more. You can see it's moving. So you could add more if you wanted more, which I'll do, just so that you can actually see. So you're just bringing it in, moving it around. And then I'm actually going to show you how I use it on a nail. You can see how thick it is. It's still moving, but very slowly because of all of the polymer that we've just added. But it's still got this nice pliable consistency to it.
Hello, Chairman Sarah Black, Stacy.
So
Hi, Tamara.
just bring up my little finger here.
Does that work? All right.
So I just use my cleanse, so some alcohol, when I require it for moving the gel. So you can see it's quite thick to apply. It's not going to move anywhere. But it is, if you were to just start pulling it, you can see it's still quite nicely movable. So if you even made it thicker, which is possible, it would become a little bit harder to move as a gel, and you would work it more as an acrylic. So what I would do is I would just get my brush wet with my cleanse, and then I would pat it into place. This is a little awkward. I should figure out a better way for my camera. So you could just move it into place. So really nice technique for somebody who is new, is having a little harder time with the gel moving so rapidly. And you can see how nice to create a wall if you're going to be doing an extended nail bed. And you can just play with that. That's not going to cure until you actually place this in the light. And that's when it becomes curable. On this one, you can see the difference in color. It's because I just took a little bit of our coverage pink, a very, very tiny, tiny bit, and I added it into, as I was mixing, I just added it in so that I would be able to just have a nicer coverage pink. But this one's not so bad either, and that was just our pink acrylic mixed in with our gel, the builder gel. So I'm just going to pull it off, just because I can do that with this little finger. And I'll show you what the difference using this one. Okay. Same thing, still quite a stiff product. One thing I like about this is you can really customize. You can make your own colors. It doesn't just have to be one color. And again, I'm just going to get a little bit of my cleanse. Just dab it off a bit, and then just start working into place. So pretty easy to maneuver around, really beautiful around the cuticle, and it doesn't move. So it's really awesome to create the actual coverage smile line. The coverage smile line. And then you could just create that however you want it. But it's just beautiful because you can just play with it. It's not moving anywhere. Super easy to maneuver and use. Create the look how you like. Create an apex where you like. Super easy. This little nail's a little funky to work with, but super fun. Hope you give it a try. If you have any questions, just give me a shout. Anytime. Bye.